Since the start of the pandemic, what was once thought to have been a baby bust may have actually been a baby bump. A study from Northwestern University has found that birth rates in the U.S. declined slightly as lockdowns began in early 2020, but rose again in 2021 to create a net increase of 46,000 births above pre-pandemic levels. The pandemic has been a stressful time to give birth and deal with the challenges of becoming a new parent. But that can be tough even in the best of times. And many believe the United States doesn't provide sufficient time or care for brand new moms to adjust. Now, some are pushing for new solutions and new attitudes towards this critical time of life.
I love you.
About 5 weeks after her baby was born, Yelena Weir checked into Borum. Inside a 5-star hotel in New York City, the luxury retreat is a getaway for new parents, complete with a staff nursery, comfortable rooms, meals, and workshops.
Now, there are some babies who have reflux.
All designed to help moms and their partners adjust to parenthood.
We go from taking care of ourselves to completely forgetting about ourselves or not having time for ourselves. So I think it's a big shift. And then just coming here and even being able to physically heal, to take that time and have mental space for ourselves again and just ease into it and just have that support, which I think is just really nice.
In the U.S., moms leave the hospital 1 to 2 days after giving birth. They often don't receive maternal support until the traditional 6-week postpartum visit. Abroad, many cultures prescribe a 30 to 40-day period of rest.
In Korea and other places like Taiwan, it's unthinkable not to check in to a place like this after you give birth.
Suk Park and his wife Borum Nam opened Borum earlier this year, inspired by similar Korean retreats.
Our mission is really to make the postnatal care essential, and we begin doing so by raising the awareness and start providing a solution right through the services that we provide.
But a stay like this is out of reach for most, with a price tag around $1,500 a night.
Do you think it's possible that it can become more affordable?
Oh,
Absolutely.
All the urban areas should have something like this, and across multiple price points.
Yeah.
We should be able to stay a place like this for under $500, which is roughly the price for what a night nurse would charge.
The first 6 weeks following childbirth have been called the 4th trimester, a time that has lasting physical and mental health implications for both moms and their newborns.
Do we need to do a better job after a woman gives birth in really checking in to see how she's doing?
Absolutely.
Dr. Catherine Monk is a professor of medical psychology at Columbia University. One of her focuses is maternal mental health.
How prevalent is postpartum depression?
Yeah, it's really prevalent. In fact, 10 to 15% of women, and that can actually be doubled when you're looking at women who are experiencing poverty. So it's really common.
She says care for new moms is more comprehensive in other countries, where women have access to midwives or other supportive services.
Countries are, particularly Australia, way ahead of us. England has mother-baby units. And then, frankly, countries that have managed this challenge of healthcare economics just have it a bit better than we do because there aren't so much disparities in who has access to what kind of care based on what kind of insurance and things like that.
Medicaid, the public health insurance program for people with low income, pays for 42% of all births in the U.S. Some states only offer pregnancy-related Medicaid coverage for 60 days after childbirth, though more than half expanded that coverage to 12 months after the passage of the American Rescue Plan Act in 2021.
I decided to do a postpartum depression advocacy and comedy tour, a national tour in a bright pink 40-foot bus because I want to get people's attention.
Everybody gets breastfed!
Comedian Angelina Spicer is leading a national campaign to lobby for better care for new moms.
I pushed my daughter out. I was like, I made a mistake. See, I kept my body, but I lost my mind.
Inspired by her postpartum journey, which included a stop in a psychiatric ward.
The psych ward was not the ideal place for me to be. I was the only mom there. I was the only Black woman there. It was a culmination of how I felt as a mom, misunderstood, depressed, sad, searching for community, searching for understanding, searching for connection. I thought that I was gonna get that there. I didn't get that. But what I did get was sleep. I got sleep, I got meds, and I got someone every 15 minutes asking me, hey, Angelina, you okay?
Concerned about you, not just the baby.
Concerned about me. And I needed that.
When I first had Ava, I went on a 10-day vacation to this amazing resort in Pasadena called the Las Encinas Psychiatric Facility. I call it the Waldorf hysteria.
Did you have any hesitation of maybe this is one of those areas where I shouldn't go or joke?
My mom told me, she's like, you're gonna joke about postpartum? You're gonna joke about the psych ward? You're gonna joke about intrusive thoughts?
Right.
And I love my mom. So I hesitated because she said it. And I was like, well, Mommy, this is funny, okay? Right. And big burly dudes are in the comedy clubs laughing and DMing me. There's freedom on the other side of these jokes.
Freedom to push for meaningful change. Spicer was part of an effort in California that got 3 bills related to maternal health passed, helping to change the screening process and aid those most in need.
The onus can't fall on the mom's shoulders to rally herself, to begin to explain the intrusive thoughts she might be having, the depressive mood that she might be feeling, the sleepless nights. The onus can't be on the mother. It needs to be on the medical professional to initiate these conversations and initiate the support that's out there. My postpartum depression and anxiety was almost immediate.
Spicer is also working on a documentary about her own experiences. In the spring, she'll be on the road again, taking her bus and her comedy around the country, all in an effort to erase the stigma around postpartum mood disorders and rally for better care for moms.
So where are you now with motherhood?
I'm deep in this thing with motherhood. This is the dream. I feel like I'm living the motherhood dream now. I felt like the cloud began to lift when my daughter was 3. And that's still a long time.
Yeah.
But now that she's 7 and she has her thing, I can go back to work freely and I'm not like pumping backstage at the comedy club. I really feel like I'm in a groove. We're in a groove. She is my best friend.
So much of this is accessibility, making it accessible to all, and this is what Angelina Spicer has been working so hard to do. Make it accessible to all, affordable to all, and she is a force, and she'll find a way to get it done, I am telling you.
And I love she jokes about it.
It's amazing that she could make it funny.
Yeah.
She found a way to make it funny.
That
so we could have the
freedom is on the
conversation.
other side of these jokes.
Right.
I love the conversation this opens up, and it makes people think and feel like they are supported and have a community.
Exactly.
Great story.